Hello everyone. In today's video we will see what is biodiversity, types of biodiversity and levels of biodiversity. Biodiversity is the range of variation found among microorganisms, plants, fungi and animals. Also the richness of species of living organisms. Biodiversity describes the richness and variety of life on earth. It is important in natural as well as artificial ecosystems. Then what is biodiversity? It is the most complex and important feature of our planet. Without biodiversity, life would not sustain. The term biodiversity was coined in 1985. It deals with nature's variety as biosphere. It refers to variabilities among plants, animals and microorganism species. Biodiversity includes the number of different organisms and their relative frequencies in an ecosystem. It also reflects the organization of organisms at different levels. Biodiversity holds ecological and economic significance. It provides us with nourishment, housing, fuel, clothing and several other resources. It also extracts monetary benefits through tourism. Therefore, it is very important to have a good knowledge of biodiversity for a sustainable livelihood. Biodiversity or biological diversity is the sum of all the different species of plants, animals, fungi and microbial organisms that live on earth, including the various ecosystems in which they live on. Biodiversity also includes the genetic information that these organisms contain. Therefore, you can use biodiversity to describe the variation in the genetic makeup of an organism. On a larger scale, you can use it to describe various types of ecosystems. Now let us see the types of biodiversity. There are three major types of diversity, that is genetic diversity, species diversity and ecological diversity. In the picture you can just see the types of diversity. Diversity of genes within a species is a genetic diversity. Diversity among species in an ecosystem is species diversity. Diversity of a habitat in a given unit area is ecosystem diversity. Now let us see the genetic diversity. It is basically the variety of species expressed at the genetic level by each individual in a species. No two individuals belonging to the same species are exactly similar. For example, in the species of human beings, each human shows a lot of diversity in comparison to another human. People living in different regions show a great level of variation. All species on Earth are somewhat related through genetic connections, and the more closer a species is related to another, the more genetic information the two species will share. These species will also look more similar. The closest relations of an organism are members of its own species. Members of a species share genes. Genes are the bits of biochemical information that partly determine how an organism looks, behaves, and lives. Moreover, members of a species share intricate mating behaviors. These behaviors help them to identify each other as potential partners. Virtually every species in an environment has a similar and closely related species in a neighboring environment. For example, western and eastern grey squirrels are great examples in this case. Western grey squirrels, which inhabit the west side of the Rocky Mountains, have more similarities than differences with the eastern grey squirrels. However, these two types of grey squirrels don't share a common mating behavior. All these imply that species have come from one common ancestor. However, they diverge and develop distinctive attributes with time and hence promote biodiversity in their own unique way. Now let us see the species diversity. It is the biodiversity observed within a community. It stands for the number and distribution of species. The number of species in a region varies widely depending upon the varied environmental conditions. For example, it is usually observed that civilizations residing beside water bodies show more species than the one compared to the areas away from water bodies. A wide variety of species exists in an environment, and that is what is referred to as species diversity. Species are the standard measure of biological diversity in light of the fact that they are the basic units of biological classification. The number of various species in a given ecosystem or environment is described as species richness. The total number of species in the world is about 10 million. However, only 1.75 million species have been named scientifically to date. Conversely, all of Europe has about 11,300 vascular plants. Other environments such as a polluted stream have incredibly low number of species. Now let us see ecological diversity. It defines the diversity observed among the ecosystems in a particular region. Different ecosystems like mangroves, rainforests, deserts, etc. show a great variety of life forms residing in them. Ecological or ecosystem diversity is the variety of ecosystems in an area. It involves the complex network of various species present in the ecosystems and the dynamic interactions between them. An ecosystem is made up of organisms from several different species living together in an environment and their connections through the flow of nutrients, energy and matter. An ecosystem can cover a small area like a pond or a large area like an entire forest. The primary source of energy in virtually every ecosystem is the sun, whose radiant energy is transformed into chemical energy by the plants. Animals eat the plants, allowing the energy to flow through the systems. The animals are in turn eaten by other animals. Fungi decompose the organisms to obtain energy and in the process recycle nutrients back into the soil. Hence, an ecosystem is a collection of living components and non-living components that are connected by energy flow. It is difficult to measure ecological diversity because every ecosystem on Earth merges into the surrounding ecosystems. Now we will see what are the levels of biodiversity. Whittaker described 3 terms for measuring biodiversity over spatial scales, that are alpha diversity, beta diversity and gamma diversity. Now, what are alpha diversity? It describes the species diversity within a community at a small scale or large scale, generally the size of one ecosystem. When we casually speak of diversity in an area, more often than not it refers to alpha diversity. Alpha diversity, the diversity within a particular area or ecosystem, usually expressed by the number of species in that ecosystem. It also refers to the average species diversity in a habitat or specific area. It is a local measure. Alpha diversity is just the diversity of each site. It refers to the average species diversity in a habitat or a specific area. It is a local measure, the number of species found in a particular area or ecosystem. For example, habitat X has 5 species of ants, therefore the alpha diversity for ants in this place is 5. Now let us see beta diversity. Beta diversity describes the species diversity between 2 communities or ecosystems. It is at a larger scale and looks to compare the species diversity between 2 separate entities that are often divided by a clear geographical barrier like a river or a mountain ridge. Beta diversity is a comparison of diversity between ecosystems, usually measured as the amount of species change between the ecosystems. It also refers to the ratio between local or alpha diversity and regional diversity. It is calculated by the following equation. Number of species in habitat 1 minus the number of species in habitat 2 and 1 have in common, plus number of species in habitat 2 minus the number of species in habitat 1 and 2 have in common. Beta diversity represents the differences in species composition among sites. It refers to the ratio between local or alpha diversity and regional diversity. It is the diversity of species between two habitats or regions. It is the variation of the species composition between two habitats or regions. It considers the alpha diversity of the habitats and the number of unique species on each habitat. Now let us see the gamma diversity. It is studied at a very large scale, a biome where species diversity is compared between many ecosystems. It could range over areas like the entire slope of a mountain or the entire littoral zone of a seashore. It is a measure of the overall diversity within a large region. It is the diversity of a landscape and is a combination of both alpha and beta diversity. It is the diversity of the entire landscape, regional species pool. It is the total diversity of a landscape and is a combination of both alpha and beta diversity. Here is an example of alpha, beta and gamma diversity across a mountain landscape. Here you can see the alpha diversity. This can be a beta diversity, and gamma diversity happens whole of the region. Now, what is the importance of alpha, beta and gamma diversity? In the context of human land use, increasing fragmentation and climate change, monitoring and preserving biodiversity is of extreme importance. But diversity cannot just be protected. We need to be able to delineate proper areas and specifically work to improve that area's diversity. Alpha diversity is the species diversity present within each forest or grassland patch of the slope. Beta diversity is represented by the species diversity between any two patches and their communities. Gamma diversity of the landscape is the species diversity along the entire range of the mountain slope. In the picture you can see human meddling with diversity at one or two levels has caused the overall gamma diversity of the world is in decline today. Thank you.